Let's do it.
Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you, oh thank you. I'm so grateful, ooh so grateful. Thank you, oh now thank you. I'm so grateful, so grateful. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
Beautiful, beautiful. That was the amazing, wonderful, and fantastic Ginger Coyle, who will be here singing all through the service. Welcome, CCL. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm grateful you all are here. Let's start off with a prayer. If you will repeat after me. I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and peace. I open my heart to the universe, accepting love and joy. I open my heart to the universe, accepting peace and more peace. And so it is. So good morning. Thank you all for being here. We got an amazing service planned for you today. We got the wonderful, wonderful, amazing Cassandra Butler doing our talk. We got a special guest, Norman Taylor, which I will not tell you about right yet. We've got practitioners around the Zoom, holding consciousness, knowing the truth for all of us, knowing the divine presence in all of us, knowing that the divine completely takes care of all of our worries, doubts, limitations, so that you can let go of those and be present right here, right now. Let go of all that stuff, be here, enjoy the service, center yourself in the divine right here, right now, and let go and let God. So our second prac is Lisa Miner. Thank you, Lisa. She's doing the prayers for today. She'll collect all the prayers and disseminate them throughout the week and take the prayers for when we have an immediate prayer request during the week. So if you have a prayer request, send it into the office. It'll get out to all of us, and it allows all of our consciousness and all of our knowingness to pray over whatever you're concerned about. So take advantage of that. Our third practitioner is Lynn Scheider. Lynn, thank you for being here and holding that beautiful consciousness. Our pastoral support, doing all the stuff behind the scenes, is Sherry Days. So Sherry, thank you. And our first practitioner is the amazing, wonderful, fabulous Kathy Miller. So I'd like to bring up Kathy to do our opening invocation.
Thank you, Reverend Paul. Good morning, beloved community. Oh my goodness, what an auspicious day it is. Let us just take a deep breath and center into the beauty of this world, of this universe. I am in awe and wonder of the divine presence. I am so amazed by Mother, Father, God, and this beautiful day and this beautiful everything that's here for us. The birds, the robins outside in New Jersey in this January bitterly cold day, eating little pieces of bread and just being here for us, reminding us that we are one, that we are all together in this, that God is here, that spirit just lives through each and every sentient being on this planet and beyond, the multi-universe. It's just beautiful. It's wonderful. Just think of it. Just try to feel that. Bring it to your heart and feel the love that is here in the Zoom room, that we are all present here. So thankful for this technology that allows us to continue to be together. So thankful that we can now be together physically every once in a while. It is amazing. It is just simply amazing that spirit is so good and more good. And I want to just thank Reverend Paul for doing the service. It's marvelous. The divine flows through him as it flows through our speaker, Reverend Cassandra Butler, who is just exuding the wisdom of the divine this morning for us. It is beautiful. And our beautiful Norman Taylor, who takes a different role this morning, that will just bring us into our hearts once again. And Ginger Coyle, what can I say about this beautiful angel who just is gifted by the divine to just sing so sweetly for us all. And all the practitioners who stepped up to just hold the consciousness for this service. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so grateful to the one, to all of us. Thank you. So it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Kathy. Beautiful. And let's bring back up Ginger Coyle.
Thank you, Kathy. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out warning, I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out warning, I'd ring out danger, I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's a song of justice. It's a song of freedom. It's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters. Oh, over this land, all over this land, all over this land. It's a song of justice. It's a song of freedom. A song about love between my brothers and my sisters. All over this land.
Beautiful, Ginger. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd like to bring back up Kathy Miller to do our inspirational reading and our affirmation.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was beautiful, Ginger. What an auspicious day. 13, 14 years ago on this day, celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, I happened to saunter into the Morristown Community Center for my first service. And I was like, oh my God. JT spoke the words of Dr. King, and I was just said, truly, truly, I was home. So this morning, I would like to read from Spiritual Liberation from Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckworth. And I'm going to read some of his chapter on architects of the beloved community. Chapter 9. Excuse me. I live to be the message I long to see. I long to be the way that I'm looking for. I need to shine the light that I want to see. Love, the ultimate conqueror. As the realization that we are members of a world family finds its home in more and more hearts, people across the globe are dissolving man-made boundaries and acknowledging our interconnectedness. They are announcing that now is the time to bring a halt to dehumanizing Earth's inhabitants, that now is the time to put an end to world hunger, wars, inadequate healthcare, lack of education, climate change. Architects of the beloved community are spiritual revolutionaries who realize that the solution to global challenges is a spiritual one. That conquest through war is at best temporary. Only conquest by love is permanent. Love is not an emotion, a romantic notion. It is a living, organically powerful energy that holds together the fabric of the created world. Love is what we are. The world is looking for love masters, and each of us is that potential love master. Egocentric points of view must give way to world-centric points of view, to a more expanded mindset beyond me and mine. As Thomas R. Kelly put it, the relation of each to all in God is real, objective, existential. It is our eternal relationship that is shared by every stick and stone and bird and beast and saint and sinner in the universe. Awakening our inherent love nature can be messy and uncomfortable. We are often unaware of when and how low-level anxiety overtakes our minds. We've accepted that it's normal to be tense, upset, reactionary, fearful, doubt-filled, and worried. We don't want to deny what's going on around us. People are starving. COVID is rampant. Wars are taking place. Terrorism exists. That slavery still exists. That there are people who cause harm. What is required to begin shifting these external facts is maintaining a focus on individual inner change. Through our individual inner work, we discover that we have ample gifts to contribute to establishing an enlightened society. We then become motivated to deliver these gifts in a mindset of love, not out of fear that the world needs saving. We are not here to save the world, but to serve an emerging paradigm of love, connectedness, and generosity of heart. The egoic structure feeds on fear and separation, archaic notions that sweep across our individual and global landscapes. Fear escalates negative change, while love escalates affirmative change. Love is the antidote to fear-based approaches. Love is all that there is. So if you would now join me, please, by repeating the affirmation that can be found in the chat. I now open to the oneness of all. I affirm that every human is worthy of all God's good, knowing that God loves everyone equally, unconditionally, and infinitely. And so it is.
And so it is. It was beautiful reading, Kathy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love the line, individual inner work. That's what it's all about. It's what it's all about. It's that individual inner work. So it is my pleasure to have Cassandra, Reverend Cassandra Butler here. I've known Cassandra forever, for a long time, and loved her from the moment I met her. She's been a member forever, for a long time. Let me put it that way. She's gone through practice. She's done many classes, taught classes, but she went through practitioner training, which is a 2-year program, and ministerial training, which is a 2.5-year program. The consciousness from this amazing woman is profound. I love listening to her. I love being around her. She's on the board. I get to work with her on the board. We work together on the bylaws committee, and the consciousness is just extraordinary. So I'm so excited that she said yes to my offer of speaking today. So Reverend Cassandra, I know you will be brilliant because you speak the divine. So take it away, girl.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. And good morning, beloved family. CCL, Happy New Year. So here we are 2 weeks into the new year with the second holiday. You can count New Year's Day as a holiday for Martin Luther King Jr. And it's being actually celebrated tomorrow, but definitely all weekend. So my topic this morning is about how and where Martin Luther King's messages and his mission intersects with New Thought. The principles, the attributes. For example, it's already been said in Kathy's reading, peace, nonviolence, love, and yes, courage. So I tend to start off my talks by defining the words of my topic, because after all, words do have power, and they also have different meanings contingent on the context in which they're used. Noun, verb, adjective. So dream to reality. How do we get to realize that? Going from a dream to making it reality. So dream as a noun, succession of images, thoughts, or emotions passing through the mind during sleep. So that's the sleeping state in which it occurs. Now, dream as a verb used without an object being person, place, or things. So dreamt, dreamed, dreaming, to have a dream. So you're indulging in daydreams, so to speak. And we all do that all the time, thinking about vacation and shopping when we should be working. So dream as a verb used with an object, meaning the person, place, or thing, but it's still dreamed, dreamt, or dreaming, to see or imagine in sleep or in a vision. Okay, enough about the dream. So reality is a noun, the state or quality of being real. resemblance to what is real, a real thing or fact, real things, facts, or events taken as a whole. And of course, for all of us that did the humanities in college, reality and philosophy is something that exists independently of ideas concerning it, or something that exists independently of all other things from which all other things derive. And yeah, that's more than a mouthful. So enough of Google or Alphabet, which is a dictionary now. So Martin Luther King Jr. is known worldwide for his "I Have a Dream" speech. Lucky us that he was an American, African American. So we've been so honored here in America to now have a national holiday named after him, due to that, not only that dream speech, but you know, he made over 200 speeches, which were recognized and acknowledged for nonviolence, for his work with peace. And it was recognized by the world, so he was so gifted with the Nobel Peace Prize. So dream to reality, how do we realize that? How do we go from King's dream, or any dream, because his dream was about voting rights and freedom and civil rights and justice and equality and goodness and oneness, all based on love and nonviolence. So how do we get there? So it may have started out to be for Black people or people of color, but now we know it's needed for all Americans for this new reality. So what do we have to do in terms of our beliefs and thoughts and words and values to literally allow that to be realized? How does this happen? And I think ultimately it is about going from separation, you know, seeing this person and that person and those people over there, going from that to oneness. And the truth is, there is no other. Here is the intersection of how we can use our new thought principles to make the dream a reality, to be realized, to be lived and experienced. I know it can be done because there's no difference from what the New Thought leaders did years ago with their prayers to reduce the crime rate across America. That was done in other parts of the world. So since God, Holy Spirit, divine intelligence is no respecter of person, we can use and live and learn these principles of New Thought and the teachings of Jesus, and thereby manifest those dreams and visions and images and make it a reality. Is it that simple? Yes. The but is, it takes time. Yes, but it takes time. It is that simple. And the most obvious point about the whole thing is free will and the Hippocratic Oath. How do you do no harm to oneself or anyone else? How to realize the dream without interfering with someone else's free will and do no harm. And I guess the answer is very carefully and patiently. You know, I'm a big fan of Star Wars, Star Trek, and the Avengers. So I'm going to take you to the movies. Avengers Infinity War. So that was the one next to the last one of Endgame, where you have Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Spider-Man, some of the galaxy people on this planet. And they're trying to figure out how are they going to kill Thanos, the so-called villain in the movie. So Doctor Strange has the ultimate privilege of holding the Infinity Stone of Time. And he uses it to turn time backwards and forwards to see every infinite possibility whereby Thanos, who plays the villain, can be killed. And it took like over, I don't remember the number, but it seems like a couple 100,000 or so possibilities that maybe this guy, they can get rid of this guy. So Doctor Strange tells Iron Man, there is one. And obviously, that's all you need is one solution. So the Thanos character can really represent anybody. So it's not just about politics. And the only reason I bring it up is because I kind of feel like we're experiencing and witnessing on the planet exactly that what's going on now. So we can say that the villain aspect is kind of representing out of balance. We're kind of out of sync. So, and my question is, do we as humans really know what we want? Are we interested in truth? Because here in America, it kind of feels like and looks like deja vu based on history, where we were 50 and 60 years ago. Now I'm a baby boomer, and maybe even 150 years ago. But the gift of living in these interesting times is that we get to choose again now. Our destiny for ourselves as individuals, for our country, and for the planet. Are we ready? It is and isn't preordained. Again, free will. Though I prefer to personally think that we are literally already there. And that's no joke. So because we're in these bodies in this 3D dimension on Earth, we just have to go through the motions and machinations to play out this game of life to get there. And if it's true that past, present, and future are all happening concurrently now at the same time, then yes, we are already there and all is well. Now to get to Star Trek. Jean-Luc Picard, Star Trek Next Generation, reminds me of the episode called The Neutral Zone. Of course, they're out exploring in Starship Enterprise. So they find this, it wasn't a planet, it was some kind of capsule or space station or something. But anyway, they wind up finding a guy from the 20th century. Now, the Star Trek is supposedly taking place in the 23rd or 24th century. So they find one guy that somehow or another that's still alive from the 20th century. So they start to talk to him. And believe it or not, his only concern is about his money, his bank account, stocks, and tangible things. And Picard is trying to tell this guy, listen, we've already conquered hunger and violence and starvation and war. That stuff doesn't exist anymore on planet Earth. And he just could not get that through his mind. And Picard is telling them all you have to do is be born and just live out your full potential of life. But he couldn't handle it. So my question for us is, if we had that Infinity Stone, would you use it to fast forward to that time, or would you go backwards? Yes, they were the good old days. Yes, these are the better days, but the future holds the best is still yet to come. So to get from where we're currently witnessing our reality to this new dream that one day we will live in a nation where we are only judged by the content of our character, let's talk about some of the words or attributes that King actually mentions in his speeches and quotes. For example, love. What does King say about love? And how will love get us closer to making the dream a reality? So I'd like to read a couple of, well, 4 of his quotes. Quote, I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear, end quote. Wow. So we know that hate is the equivalent of just low vibrational energy. It is free will if that's what you want to do, but it also affects the physical body with the potential hardening of the heart and leads to poor health, little vitality. So no wonder it's a burden. Another quote, Man must evolve for all human conflict a method which rejects revenge, aggression, and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love. There is no doubt this is all about consciousness, consciousness, consciousness. If we do the work, we can easily evolve and overcome any conflict with this method of love. And we're talking about unconditional love because it definitely heals. Another quote. Another way that you love your enemy is this. When the opportunity presents itself for you to defeat the enemy, this is the time which you must not do it. There will come a time in many instances when the person who hates you the most, the person that has misused you the most, the person who has gossiped about you the most, the person who has spread false rumors about you the most, there will come a time when you will have an opportunity to defeat the person. It might be in terms of a recommendation for a job. It might be in terms of helping that person to make some move in life. That's the time you must use it. That is the meaning of love. Wow, I'm kind of stunned. In other words, it's like pay it forward. We're being of service to them, to ourselves, and to God. There is no revenge. There is no retaliation. There is no conflict. That's love. Okay, another quote about love. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. Isn't forgiveness the work that we do here at CCL? We spend more time in classes and retreats and yada, yada, yada about forgiveness and gratitude. So this one speaks for itself. Forgiveness is the work we do. Another quote on love, love yourself. And that means rational and healthy self-interest. You are commanded to do that. That's the length of life. Then follow that. Love your neighbor as yourself. You are commanded to do that. That's the breadth of life. So the length and breadth of life is all about self-love. This is the radical self-acceptance that we do, the work that we do on ourselves. Because once you learn yourself, you're minding your own business, you're just being your authentic, wonderful, beautiful, true self, living life out loud, day in and day out. So forgiveness always starts with ourselves. And now, another quote, now is the final reason I think Jesus says, love your enemies. It is this, that love has within it a redemptive power. And there is power there that eventually transforms individuals. And again, this is the reason why we come to CCL. We go to retreat, we take classes. It's all about transformation. But like I said, it takes time. So if we can turn the knob, use that infinity stone to fast forward, it would be nice, but nah, let's just go through the motion. So at the end of the day, isn't this what everybody longs for, that we hope for, that we want for all of mankind? It's just about practicing brotherhood and nonviolence and seeing the divinity in one and all, and knowing that what's good for me is good for everyone else. Otherwise, you are fighting against God. So the last attribute or principle that King gave a lot of speeches on, of course, is about nonviolence. He used that a lot in his speeches. So he says, quote, "Nonviolence is power, but it is the right and good use of power," end quote. The right use of power. So just like violence begets violence, I choose to believe that nonviolence begets nonviolence. So how do we heal the misuse of power? I've read a few books on that, and I did a Sunday morning study circle here in Myrtle Beach on how to heal misuse of power. So it can be done. And of course, the other attribute and words that he used in his speeches was about peace. So quote, "Please be peaceful. We believe in law and order. We are not advocating violence. I want you to love your enemies. For what we are doing is right. What we are doing is just, and God is with us," end quote. Yes, God is with us. God is in the midst of all those nonviolent marches and protests and demonstrations. And the one word that all human beings kind of hanker for and thirst for and hunger for and wish for is peace. And this is the word for which Martin Luther King Jr. were honored, peace. And lastly, another word or attribute that we can use to manifest these dreams and make a reality is courage. We've heard the term profiles in courage, but what is it? And how does courage pertain to King's life, his mission, his vision, his dream? Why is courage required to get to reality? And here's the quote. "Courage is an inner resolution to go forward despite obstacles," end quote. Indeed, it does take courage to step out there, to be on purpose, to live up to and practice your mission and purpose, and especially to practice nonviolence when it seems like others want to do harm. So the fight is not about physical fighting with sticks and stones, that kind of thing, but with words of truth as we arc in the direction of morality and integrity and dignity. And as we say at CCL, face your fear and do it anyway. So, beloved community, beloved America, beloved humanity, what is the destiny that we shall create for ourselves this year, this lifetime? We can just ponder that for a moment, and you're welcome to close your eyes. So, and allow that prayer and that intention and that reality to come before our mind's eye. And I think that we know now that there's no sitting on the sidelines because we're New Thought people. And I give a lot of credit to New Thought people. Why? Because it's truly the best of both worlds, where East meets West. Where our world says, yes, we are divine beings made in the image and likeness of God. Yes, I can change my thinking and change my life. And yes, we're all one in spirit, in the disguise of 8 billion. So again, how do we make King's dream for what specifically started out for Black people or people of color, poor people, and now we know it's needed for all of humanity? How do we make that reality and say, I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper, and that I am my neighbor? Who is my neighbor? It's not just the person next door, it's the state next door, New York or North Carolina, and it's the country next door. There is no difference. And knowing that we can never solve anything from the same level of consciousness from which it was created, love is the source and force that makes all things possible. If we would just practice, 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 choose again, choose again, because when we change, then the world changes. And for me, it kind of still gets back to that prayer for world peace by Ernest Holmes, the one mind, the divine pattern, mutual cooperation, unity of common purpose to promote peace. Yes, I am the light of the world. Yes, I am an instrument of peace. And yes, it does begin with me, without offending. Without offending. And this is what I love most about New Thought and its leaders, because we all got to study all the religions, and we can proclaim loud and clear, there is only one. It's just semantics. So without lies and with this free will, what we're witnessing is about choice, free will at play in all its elements and glory. So we're playing out in the world like both extremes and everything in the middle. And it's all okay. It's all part of the human journey and our nature. So humans, we're complicated because of our beliefs. And in the course of living, mistakes will be made. It takes a lot of effort and work to change habits and beliefs. We're too close to ourselves. We can't see our crazy behavior, our own flaws and faults. And again, it's okay. And then there's that subconscious or unconscious. I know for me, I've done or said things that came out of the blue, and I'm wondering, whoa, where the heck did that come from? I didn't know that was there. Yeah. So to make any dream a reality, yes, we can plant more seeds of love and joy. Yes, we can tune up or turn up our light to shine even brighter. So let's do that. Let's just create a beautiful tomorrow, a beautiful day after tomorrow, and a beautiful day after the day after tomorrow, and so on. And do it from the heart, and realize that Dr. King's dream is also America's dream and humanity's dream. So even though the universe gives us many opportunities for do-overs, to choose again, why wait? Let's get it right now, this lifetime. No more repeating this like Groundhog Day. Enough already. Enough already. His truth is marching on. And so I'd like to end with the title of today's daily word from Unity. January 16, 2022. I rise in consciousness to help create a world that works for all. And so it is. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce one of our own, Norman Taylor, CCL practitioner and musician extraordinaire.
Oh, very, very beautiful, very powerful. And I love the connections that you made, you know, especially like you, I'm a Marvel freak in Avengers, and it's a great connection to the whole Thanos mythology we'll talk about. So I want to say a couple things before I read this. First of all, everybody should go back and read the entire speech. And when the part that we are speaking of today is the part that everyone hears, and it's beautiful in its own right, and it's separate in its own separate way, but go back and read the speech. Also too, I'm going to try to make this gender neutral. There's a lot of men in it, and that was of that time, but that's not the time we're in now. So, lastly, I want to say, and then I'll get to it, I promise. I'm not going to try to read it like a Pentecostal minister. I've done it that way before as well. I think I want to own it in a slightly different way and not be an imitator. So here we go. I have a dream. It's a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all people are created equal. I have a dream that one day out in the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slaves owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood and sisterhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with all its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, that one day, right now in Alabama, little Black boys and girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and little white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be engulfed, every hill shall be exalted, and every mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plains, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I will go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out the mountains of despair and stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood and sisterhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to climb up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day when God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightened Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi and every mountainside. When we let freedom ring, when we let it ring from every tenement and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we'll be able to speed up that day when all God's children, Black men and women, white men and women, Jews, Gentiles, Protestants, and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Norman. Thank you, Reverend Cassandra. That was brilliant. When you were talking about the dream and the definition of dream, what I thought is that's the intention, that the dream is setting the intention. And that's what Martin Luther King did. He set this intention for peace and love and togetherness and oneness. So think about that. Be that intention of love, that intention of peace, because that's where it starts. And he started, he declared it. He put it out there. He set that intention. Let's jump in that intention and flow in that intention. Thank you both so very much. I love you both dearly. And now I'd like to bring up Sherry Daves to read our offertory blessing.
Yeah, I too thank you both. Thank you, Norm and Reverend Cassandra. What a lovely, lovely message this morning. So if you all will join me in the offering of our blessing, the blessing of our offering too. Thank you, God, for this abundance that is mine to share. I bless this gift and give it to thee in gratitude and joy, knowing that as I give, I do receive.
And so it is. So I'd like to bring up Ginger Coyle again.
That was so beautiful. And I'm deeply inspired to change the song right now, if that's okay. Because I have my own song that was inspired by Martin Luther King and inspired by all the movements happening now. And it's a song of oneness. And it's called Only Love, which goes right in line with Reverend Cassandra. And this song will be featured. I have great news. It will be featured in Relics magazine, the start of Season of Nonviolence for January and February in Black History Month. So from human to human, this is Only Love. And this was not planned, so please forgive anything.
Be silent. I can't witness this violence, 'cause it aches my soul and it breaks my heart in two. I can't look at the TV, 'cause it feels like a time machine set to 1962. 50 years gone by, it's time we grow, 'cause your life matters to me, mine should matter to you. Your life matters to me, mine should matter too. Love is my religion, the earth's my church. Love is my religion, the earth's my church. I believe we all are one. God and man, lay down your guns, 'cause your life matters to me, mine should matter to you. Underneath the skin I'm in, I'm just like you. My church, I believe we all are one. God and man, lay down your guns, 'cause your life matters to me. I said your life matters to me. We're in this together, but we can do better. Only love is gonna heal these wounds. Only love, only love, only love. Thank you.
Beautiful, Ginger. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we have a blessing, and it started out for people who are here for the first time, but it's truly for all of us. It's an opportunity for us to say it to each other and to know the truth of it. So if you repeat after me, and raise your hands too. Repeat after me. Welcome to the Center for Conscious Living. We are a heart-centered spiritual community. We open ourselves to you in love. We recognize the perfection of God within you. We celebrate the joyous being that you are. You are a radiant point of light. We are blessed by your presence. Welcome home. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we have the Mastermind Covenant, which I am going to skip to the bottom of. So I think this is in the chat. If it's not, just follow along. The love of God enfolds me. The mind of God inspires me. The Spirit of God enlightens me. The power of God encircles me. I am in God and all is well, for I am enthusiastic, excited, expectant, and at peace. So turn to your Zoom neighbor and say, I'm grateful God has heard you. I'm grateful God has heard you. Yeah. So next Sunday, the 23rd, we are live. We'll be doing Zoom and streaming, but we are live at the community house in Morristown. So if you can be there and you feel comfortable being in person, please come. It was such a blast last week. It was just, I had such a good time. So come join us. So, and you know, if you don't feel comfortable, join us on Zoom, please, just be with us. I just got from Kathy's reading, I got the inspiration for my talk right there. It was just like, oh, okay, that's the talk for next week. So come join us if you can and feel comfortable. Come join us because it's a blast. It's wonderful to get together with everybody, and be right where you are. Right where you are is perfect. So don't feel, oh, I have to be there. Be where you are, because that's exactly where you are, and you can't be any place that you're not. Okay, so it's all in divine right order. It's all good. So, but if you can, you feel comfortable, come join us. We have the men's group tomorrow night. If you're a man, please come join us. It's extraordinary. We have just brilliant talks. It is just, it's wonderful. Red Tent next month. Kathy?
It's March 5th. Currently on Zoom, might be hybrid. Time will tell.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Sounds good.
Saturday, March 5th. Excuse me, February 5th. I keep saying that.
I was
February
thinking
5th.
you're skipping February.
I have it in my head.
Hey,
Who knows?
Not a problem. Not a problem.
February 5th. Maybe March
Got
5th
it.
too. Who knows? We'll
Yeah.
tell you.
Who knows? Thanks, Kathy. We also have the Course in Miracles with Ken Davis, second and fourth Monday of the month. So if you're in A Course in Miracles, or if you just want to just be in the presence of Ken Davis, do that. I mean, that's enough. That's enough of a reason to go right there. Is there anything else? Have I missed anything? We got the season for but Sherry, go ahead.
Yeah, Reverend Catherine has asked me to announce that in observance and celebration of MLK Day, she is offering a series of emails for our community. And I have put that information in the chat. We can sign up for being a part of that. And I think she's here with us if she wants to speak to that.
Yes.
If not,
Reverend Catherine?
I've already signed up. I look forward to it.
Reverend Catherine, are you here? You want to say something?
I am here.
There she is. There she is.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sherry and Reverend Sherry and Reverend Paul. Beautiful service, everyone. I'm so deeply touched. Out of this heartfelt, meaningful time of year for the season for nonviolence, my partner and I created 64 days of emails that come to your private mailbox that tell you what the practice of the day is. It has a beautiful image and then just a small, quick, inspirational message. It's a gift is completely free. It's something we do. We developed it during COVID to be of service to the community and to the world. And it's just something we did daily from our hearts. And we look forward to sharing it with anyone who wants to be there. So it's for all the CCL community, but also anyone in the world you know that you want to share it with. We'd be grateful and happy to have them join us on this beautiful journey. Thank you, Reverend Cassandra, Norman, for your beautiful words this morning, Paul, Kathy, and all other practitioners that are holding the space for this beautiful, beautiful unfolding MLK Day and this consciousness, and also for the gorgeous, gorgeous music of today. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Sherry, again, our Reverend Catherine, do we there's a link, there's a...
Yes, there's a link in the chat right now.
Got it.
And it's sort of a small explanation and a link at the very bottom. And it will also post in the newsletter this week.
Good.
Somebody
Good.
doesn't have it.
Okay.
Thank you
Perfect.
very much.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for doing that for all of us. It's beautiful. Thank you. So Season for Nonviolence starts January 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Did you
Marty,
wanna
I
say
think,
something?
has a comment about that. Yeah.
Sure.
Wherever you are, Marty, are you there?
Yeah,
Yes,
Marty.
I'm here. Sorry, I had my
Oh, Marty.
computer on mute. So yeah, thank you for this opportunity. How timely, given the Reverend Cassandra's message today, is so beautiful about Martin Luther King and focusing on peace and nonviolence. So our celebration for the Season for Peace and Nonviolence, which we've been doing for many years, will begin again in 2 weeks. And we welcome those of you who've participated in the past with our program to join us again. And those who haven't been involved in the past, if you'd like to come join us, we'd love it. We're going to be doing a short part of the program for 10 weeks starting January 30th. We're going to have a meeting to kind of organize ourselves on Thursday evening at 6 p.m., probably by Zoom. So if you're available that time, that's great. If you're interested and you haven't been involved in the past, please put your email address in the chat and we'll definitely reach out to you. If you've been involved with us in the past, we already have your email address and we know who you are and we'll definitely be reaching out to you. So yeah, we're very grateful for the opportunity to have this celebration each year. And Reverend Catherine, I think what you've just offered to us will be a great support for what we're doing as a community. So timing couldn't be better. So thank you all for this opportunity and look forward to working with you for these next 2.5 months. Thanks.
Thanks, Marty. Thanks, June.
Marty also put a short little message.
Good.
I'm sorry, in the chat. We I just found out a couple of days ago that we have actually another couple of days. Well, actually, tomorrow is the very last day for our special donation promotion for Neighborhood Son. So if you have been on the fence about this and you would love to participate, I think we have 25 members already participating. We've raised about $5,000 for CCL. It's really fun. Win, win, win. We have another day. Call Marty. His number is in the chat, or you can call me. We'll help you through the process. It is very easy. and pain-free. So please join us.
Thanks, Judy. So now I want to bring up Ginger Coyle.
All right, and we're going to do something a little different this morning. Marlene requested This Land Is Your Land. So let's do some Woody Guthrie. All right. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was singing. This land was made for you and me. Everybody, this land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me the golden valleys. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As the sun was shining and I was strolling, and the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling, as the fog was lifting, a voice was singing. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me.
Beautiful, Ginger. Beautiful, beautiful,
Thank you guys.
beautiful.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Beautiful
Thank you, thank you,
service.
thank you. So I want to bring up Kathy Miller one more time to do our concluding affirmation.
Ooh, let's conclude this beautiful service and go on to a beautiful day. Everybody, please unmute yourselves. Let's hear us all. Okay.
Hear us all.
So, something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something
wonderful is happening
to me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is
This thing called life.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my
body.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
And
Life is in all my feelings.
Life is in all
All
my
my feelings.
Life is in all my activities.
Life is
Life is in all my activities.
I receive it.
I receive it.
Receive it.
I share it.
I share it.
I am it.
I am it.
And I accept it.
And
I
I
accept it
accept it.
just the way that it is.
That's the
That's
way
the
that
way
it
that
is.
it is.
Thank you, life.
Thank you.
Thank
Life.
you, life.
And accepting all of these gifts, we say
Yes.
yes. Woo.
Wonderful
Beautiful,
service. Thank
beautiful.
you.
Thank you, Reverend
From
Cassandra. Thank you,
Reverend Paul to
Norman.
all the
Thank you,
Welcome.
Oh my God,
everyone.
that
Thank you,
song.
everybody.
Where
Aw.
is that
What a
song
wonderful
available?
service.
Reverend Cassandra,
Brilliant.
Love you,
Yes, I knew
Ginge.
it would be.
Kathy,
Norman,
Paul,
thank
Reverend
you.
Paul.
Absolutely
Oh,
wonderful.
have a blessed
Joanne.
week, everyone.
Welcome.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you.
Everyone, have a good
Thank
week.
you, everybody.
Yeah.
Very,
Normie,
Hi,
very
Jane. Hi,
lovely
Joe.
Thank you.
Hi,
You're
Jeff.
Hi,
welcome.
Marty. Hi, June. Hi,
Hey,
Jen.
Hello, hello, hello,
Alicia.
hello.
Hi,
Kathy.
Jeff.
Hi, Sherry.
Sarah.
Hi, Joanne.
Beautiful,
Hi,
Hi, Stephen.
beautiful.
Oh, and
Hello.
Norman,
Thank you, Lisa,
great
for stepping
reading.
up.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
Joanne.
you.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Stephen.
Hey,
I saw
Annie.
your
I'm gonna
message in the
send you an
chat, by the
email,
way.
Lisa.
Thank you, Lynn.
Hi,
Thank you,
Ann.
Lisa.
Hi, Debbie.
Thank you,
Hey,
Reverend
Bridget.
Cassandra. I'm emailing you too.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Everybody have a,
Reverend Cassandra.
Ginger, I need to
Everyone,
have that
Kathleen,
song.
Kathleen.
everyone, good week.
All
to
right.
Hey,
everyone.
Debbie, how are you
Yes.
feeling?
Yeah.
I'll see
Thanks,
you all
Jeff.
next month.
Bye-bye.
Good. Are you feeling well?
Hi, Selena.
All right. Love you all. Hey,
Take
Reverend
care,
Kathy.
everybody.
Hello, Kathy, darling.
Everyone.
Good
Thank you,
to talk.
Reverend Cassandra.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.